At the end of the day with Christmas lights, found that I was either hanging them myself and risking my own life, or I was paying somebody like $600 to $800 just to put Christmas lights on my house. And the more permanent solutions back in the day, they were already expensive. $2,000, $6,000.
Govee Permanent Outdoor Lights Pro has been a top seller for the past 2 years.
Now, I've been playing with this Govee lighting system for a little over a month now and really wanted to go over what I've learned. I installed their neon rope lights to the Christmas string lights to the outdoor floodlights to the outdoor spotlights, the curtain lights to, and of course the permanent lights pro. And it's a lot of lights to have to program individually. I will say the whole point of having all these Govee products is to be able to customize them, build onto your current system, and change the lighting patterns anytime you want, and which for my ADHD, it's about every single night. My kids absolutely love picking their own themes. Now, with that said, this is where things got fun for me. Let's get into the Govee high-tech nerdy stuff. Govee has what they call DreamView that allows you to sync all of your Govee lights to the same color or lighting effects for a cohesive look, and it's really easy to use. From the Home tab, I clicked on DreamView and added my own scenic DreamView and added every single one of my exterior lights, including the spotlights, the string lights, the curtain lights, etc. Now from here, I can choose one of the Govee preset programs, play sound, change the brightness, etc. So check this out. Let's go through these programs. As you can see, not only does it change the scene, but each product has its own unique look and feel. Do these Govee presets not have what you're looking for? Govee actually engineered an AI bot into the app called Lighting Bot. Here, you can choose the power of AI to create a scene that better suits you. Create a dynamic sunset to starry night transition theme.
I have applied the recommended solution I created.
Let's get back to the curtain lights too. Have you ever seen those light shows at people's houses and wanted that at your house, but you found out that you have to have a PhD in computer science to get what you wanted? Well, Govee created SceneStage. It's currently in beta. It's an upgraded feature of DreamView. Now, as of now, SceneStage works by logging directly into the curtain lights 2. You select the curtain lights 2 and some of the other hardware that you want to run with them, such as the outdoor string lights 2 and the permanent outdoor lights pro, and bam, you have an awesome light show. Now, it's important to note that as of today, SceneStage is only available on the curtain lights, but let's check it out. It's pretty cool. Let's talk about what Govee has promised us about their Permanent Outdoor Lights Pro. The list price, they come in at $399 for 100 linear feet, $549 for 150 linear feet, and $699 for their 200 linear foot packs. Now, I'll be sure to post a link in the description of the video, and just be sure that you check those because these are constantly going on sale. On average, you have a light about every 20 inches, and each strand is about 16.5 feet and has 10 lights per strand or 30 lights per 50 linear feet. Now, Each dome light uses RGB WWIC technology, which means it has dedicated red, green, blue, plus warm white and cool white color LEDs. They can be turned on and off independently, ensuring that you have very vibrant colors. Now, as far as the Kelvin range goes, it's estimated between 2700 and 6500 Kelvin, and the average lifespan of these lights is 50,000 hours. And the best part is the Govee app has about 75 different preset programs and the capability to program custom lighting sequences as you see fit. You might be wondering, why would you buy the Govee Pros over the Elites or some of the original models? Well, the fact of the matter is this is Govee's brightest model, offering 50 lumens per individual light or LED. And as far as installation goes, the Govee Lights Pro also allows for cutting the wire to either extend the line or to terminate the line, which for those of us that are a little OCD and prefer a seamless look, this comes in very handy. Now, as far as the application goes, Govee, as I mentioned before, includes 75 pre-programmed scenes. They even give you the ability to sync to your music. And they're also Matter compatible, which allows it to seamlessly work with various smart home ecosystems like Apple Home, Google Home, Alexa, and Samsung SmartThings. These are dedicated dome style LEDs, and they come with 6 LEDs for color, and then they have a dedicated bright white and a dedicated warm white LED. There's a couple of things that I really enjoy about these style lighting systems. Number one, they're spaced 20 inches apart and they beam light off of the house that's reflective. Number two, they go under the soffits, so you don't quite get that wire in your face look. All right, so we've gone through the instructions. We're really taking a look at this. I do not have the best roof feet, so I got my buddy Ron here who's helping me put these up at the same time. Now, the one thing that you want to make sure is that these are typically running in series all the way down directional. There are sources online that say, hey, you could do this, this, and this, but we are going to follow the Govee rules and not do anything custom, just give you the system how it actually goes. So our biggest difficulty is going to be the dormers there, so we're going to end up doing that last. Well, let's get to the installation. All right, Ron, you let me know when you need that rotary dirter.
Bro, what are you doing? We don't need any of this crap.
What do you mean?
Go away. They're stick-on. Stick-on.
For those of you that think that 1 inch matters, it's right there. So you would cut at 1 inch. But for us, we're gonna be right at 3.5.
So if you're in a situation where you need to peel this off, these 3M sticky tapes are kind of nice. You can afford to do this 1 or 2 times to kind of realign things. You still have to make sure that the soffits are cleaned off if you want these on a more permanent level. So what do you think, Mr. Inspector? How's my work? And the work continues. So I got pretty lucky. I got the last light all the way to here, but now is the perfect area to use the extension. So we're gonna hop it all the way up to this side so we can start getting the lights on the roof and going down the other side. I'm really excited about the curtains. I think it's gonna be like that icing on the cake, but I just don't know. I kind of feel like it's gonna be like really cheesy or it's gonna be freaking cool.
I say cool.
You say cool?
I say cool.
I'm on the cool train too. Lights are installed, curtains installed. Now we need to get to the little details. Now this is where things get fun, is when you really know how to dress things up. Well, let's dive right into this application. I know a lot of you guys are super curious to know about these lights and how they function. You'll notice the white light is a nice touch. We can hit the off button from the home screen and it goes off just as fast as we hit the button and hit the on button. You'll notice it is very responsive. Now diving right in, the first little tab that we have is the color tab. And let's go over the brightness settings real quick. Right now we are at 100% on the bright white. Go down to 75%, 50%, all the way down to 25% bright. And then we can go all the way down to 1%. Let's go crank it back all the way up to 100%. And let's go over the brightness settings. We've got our bright white, and let's crank that down to 75%. And then we've got our 50% going down to 25%, and then going all the way down to our warm white setting. And one of the best things about having a Govee light system is they're not just for Christmas. And Govee actually packed in 75 pre-programmed lighting systems. Let's kind of spend some time and go through these. One thing I've really enjoyed is they have all these tabs on the bottom.
So let's just go through and spend some time. Comment below which ones you enjoy the most. Let's check out some of their transitioning ones, meaning the lights are going to have a little bit more movement to them. And the list goes on and on. Now, one of my absolute favorite aspects about the application is their share space. It makes being creative so much easier. Let me show you how this works. This person has shared their app of their Christmas and how they want it. If we don't like this one, we can go through and we can swap it out for a traditional candy cane, which a lot of you guys really enjoy and want. We can come back down here. We want something a little bit more, let's say, spooky for Halloween. And we hit the apply button and it's really just this easy. I can't tell you how relieving it is to have an app that is this user friendly, and I've played with a ton of these applications. One thing about the Govee system, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are noticing, is this cupping that is happening, the shadows. You can avoid some of this cupping by pulling the lights out further, but it's really recommended to keep the lights about that 3.5-inch marker. There's a couple of guys in Facebook groups that have done a fantastic job showing you what the lights look like from 1 inch all the way out to 10 to 20 inches off of the house. You just start getting the light having to be a little bit more washed out. But let's go take a closer look at the lighting system. I've got them within a 1/2 inch off of the exterior of the house. So if you look at the cupping, it's a little bit stronger right here. Now this area by my garage, technically where it's at would be about that 20-inch marker. Let's get through the Govee net system, which we'll get to here in just a little bit. So this area, I would say I'm about 12 inches out. And then this area over here where you see the softer cupping, I am about 3.5 inches off of the base of the home. Now these are cool. They just really are cool. But I always laugh when everyone's like, oh, I like the old 80s look with the C7s and C9s. It looks so much better. But do they? So let's take you through that real quick. I'm going to show you exactly what a pair of C9s look like. Just the Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart special. $30 for 75 linear feet, which puts this at about a third less the price of having something permanent. You still got to install it. I found that installing these C9s was about, I don't know, 20% less time than it took me to install the entire Govee system. I think the annoying part is, like with my house, it'd be very difficult to install the classical C9 look, just for the fact that I don't have gutters everywhere and it's going to be difficult finding the right clips. What I really want you to pay attention to is the brightness. So let's turn off these Govees. There you have it, the magical C9s. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice you really don't get any illuminating light. And I think this camera does this justice. You really aren't seeing much of the house. And for me, the magic is really illuminating everything. So what I want to do now is turn both on so you can kind of see exactly what happens when you turn on these lights pro. Look at that, boom. All of a sudden, we've got light just kind of cascading all the way into the driveway. So no camera tricks, no nothing. Let's go ahead and turn those off. And then there you go again. Now the interesting part for me is you'll notice the distance between these two is about 8 inches. And with the Govee Lights Pro, we're at 20-inch spread, so you can just tell how much of a difference in illumination that you're gonna get with the Govee Lights Pro by comparison to a normal C9.
Now I've been playing with these Govee Pros for about a month and a half now, and here's the thing. Govee makes lighting fun and easy. Now I've had the upper end professional systems, and the one thing about it is you actually have to hardwire them into the power. They have to have dedicated power, they have to have a computer management system. What makes Govee lighting so easy is it's literally plug and play. You plug it into your wall outlet, you hit the plus sign on the application, and then after that, sometimes you have to tap the button on the hardware to verify the installation, but voila, you're set up, you're off to the races, and then you can customize these devices as you please, and the app is super intuitive. Now let's get back to the Govee Pros, go over some of the positives and some of the things I really hope that they're going to change in the future. First things first, the installation, it's really not as hard as it may look. The biggest thing is just figuring your starting point. Now, as far as being fast or slow, it's totally going to depend on you. My suggestion is map it out first and start from the peaks going down. If you take your time and you follow the instructions, the install is going to take anywhere between about 2 and 3 hours on average, but you really have to remember it's a one-time thing. Now, one thing I really wish Govee would include is an install plate for the peaks in the eaves. Now, I personally don't mind installing a light on both sides of the peaks to really give it that poppy look, but one light in the center is just going to give it a better look, especially when you're using the security features and you're having the white lights go on at night, but you're only using 1 out of every 7 lights. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Govee makes their products with an easy installation program and setup, and they have so many different products to choose from. I feel like the application themselves is the most user-friendly out of all the other competitors that I've tried thus far. Now, one of the things I absolutely love is their integrated music sync feature. It's awesome. And I spend way too much time on their share space looking at other people's creative ideas. It's a great product. Colors are vibrant, and you can brighten and dim the lights to the style that fits you most. You can also change the cool white and the warm white settings to suit what fits you best. If you want that classic look, you can have that. If you want the vibrant look, you can also have that. Now, one thing that I think Govee should offer in the future is a product that has tighter spacing. It'd be nice to have an option that has a 12-inch or 16-inch spacing. Now, don't get me wrong, lights look fantastic. But for me, I feel like more is more. You're gonna get more vibrancy, you're gonna get more light casting out. Some of these $5,000 to $6,000 systems, they're spaced 12 inches apart. And I really feel like it would give that much more light and be a little bit more competitive in that space. But I will say, having seen Govee evolve over the past few years, it wouldn't surprise me if this is already in the works. Another thing to think about when you're looking for an outdoor lighting accent company is you want to see how heavily you can integrate these lights. Govee is a solid company and their innovation is endless. They have so many different products that I would love to try out. And in my opinion, Govee is quickly taking over the lighting space with their numerous products and seamless integration. But I'd love to hear your experiences. Comment down below. Till next time, guys, the Pest and Ginja. We're slaying outdoor lighting.